making the right resolutions can make all of the difference when it comes to improving your financial health. MSUFCU Chief Marketing Officer Deidre Davis is going to share 3 New Year's resolutions, financial ones, to help you start the year off right. Good morning, Deidre.
Good morning.
Thanks for being here. Let's start with everyone's favorite resolution, budgets. Wait, that's not right. No, that's no one's favorite resolution, right?
It might not be anyone's favorite, but it should be, because when you set a budget, you're really able to see where your money is going and determine maybe ways that you could save money and reduce some of your expenses. And a lot of people, once they start a budget, they actually feel like they got a raise because they know where their money's going. They're in control of where their money is going, and they can just plan better and set realistic and achievable goals.
I agree completely. I actually got into the budget world just a couple years ago, and it was like, I have like permission to spend money because I know where it's going. But you
Exactly.
MSUFCU, you have this 50-20-30 plan. Can you explain what that is? Yeah.
Sure. So that is just one of many different budgeting tools that are available to you. And so with that, you're allocating 50% of your money towards necessities, another 20% towards savings and debt payments, and then 30% towards those other things. And so you're able to have fun and spend money. But like you said, you almost have permission to spend money because you know that all your necessities are paid, and you know that you're saving for your future as well.
Of course, that trick is that you have to stay within the budget that you gave yourself permission to spend. Hey, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that 20% though, that paying off the debt. A lot of people talk about avalanche or snowball or all the different ways to pay off debt. What does MSUFCU recommend?
Yeah, so again, anything that is helping you to achieve that goal of paying off your debt is going to be effective. And so you might need to try a few different methods out to find the one that works best for you or that you're most comfortable with. But we definitely recommend setting as one of your New Year resolutions to pay off your debt. And so, take a look at everything, write everything down, know what your balances are, know what your interest rates are. One method is to pay off those with the highest interest rates first. Other people might pay those with either the smallest balance or the largest balance first. And so there are a lot of effective ways, but what you'll notice is when you do pay that first one off, you really feel a sense of accomplishment. And so it is good to really focus on one of them. Continue to pay all of your debts, but maybe pay minimums on those others and really focus on one of them.
I can attest to that. Yep, that's all we did last year and really knocked them all down. Now, we've heard the stats before about how people, when faced with an emergency, don't have that money set aside, and then they get trapped into using a credit card or getting a loan out, which of course comes with interest. So setting aside an emergency fund is your 3rd resolution for us. Why is that so important?
Yes, so you're so right when you mentioned statistics. So one really shocking statistic is, according to Bankrate.com, about 40% of adults could not cover an emergency of $1,000 or more. And so that means that those individuals, if they don't have a way to cover it and it truly is an emergency, then they're likely turning to, like you said, credit cards or some other form of debt. And that oftentimes doesn't really help when you're already in an emergency and then you're piling debt on it. So when you start with a savings account and $1,000, it's a really great goal to start with. And then, of course, you want to build up and eventually have 3 to 6 months of your expenses set aside, because then when something happens, the pandemic is a great example of something that was so unexpected for so many. But when you have those funds set aside, you can really tackle whatever comes at you with so much more ease and peace of mind.
And I just, when you say there should be a savings set aside, I bet you anything MSUFCU has some really good rates for those accounts to earn some money on your savings. So why don't we send people over to MSUFCU.org to get more information. Deidre, thank you so much for those 3 resolutions, those financial resolutions that can help you start the new year off right.